Today involving a woman stuck in a running wash. You can see sheriff's deputies pulling the woman out of her van on the Carefree Highway near 12th Street. The woman called her husband with her cell phone, but when he got there, most of their new van was stuck in about 7 feet of water.
I just feel like I'm on the boat, you know, it just started pulling me down and that's it, and the water started coming in all the way to here, and I said, that's it. I can open the door, I can jump in the water, nothing.
What was it like when the car started flooding? What did you think?
So scared, that's it, I thought it's over, gonna die.
Now, after the woman got out, the van was swept downstream. The woman who's new to the valley didn't realize washes could be so dangerous.
A man who's not even old enough to drink is in jail tonight for driving drunk and killing someone. Police say 19-year-old Arturo Canales was drunk when he hit and killed a 44-year-old woman this morning. He left the scene near 65th Avenue in Van Buren, but police found him a couple of miles away. Investigators believe Canales swerved around orange cones marking a construction area when he hit the woman. Her name will be released once her relatives get the news.
A guilty verdict today for the man who called himself a bounty hunter and was charged with killing a Phoenix couple.
Julian Panel and sworn in the above entitled action upon her oath do find the defendant guilty of first-degree.
A judge convicted Michael Sanders on 2 felony counts of first-degree murder. He could get the death penalty. The jury believes Sanders led a team of men claiming to be bounty hunters into the home of Chris Foote and Spring Wright, but were looking for money and drugs. Both Wright and Foote were killed in a shootout.
I'm so happy that he's going down for what he deserves.
That is the biggest thing, is that people were able to see through all the evidence and all the rhetoric and come to a decision and make a sensible decision on.
2 more of the so-called bounty hunters will also go to trial. Another 2 pled guilty and agreed to testify against the others.
Academy Award-winning actor and star of Men in Black, Tommy Lee Jones, is recovering tonight from a polo accident. Jones was thrown from his horse on a polo field in Austin, Texas, and then he was stepped on. The 52-year-old Jones briefly lost consciousness after the accident, but was alert when he arrived at the hospital. Doctors were originally worried that he had a spinal cord injury. He'll probably be able to leave the hospital tomorrow. A geyser of flame has dominated the Chicago skyline after a construction crew ruptures a gas main. It's next to a home for the elderly. They were all evacuated. 6 firefighters and police officers suffered minor injuries.
Paula Jones could be one step closer to settling her sexual harassment case against President Clinton. Tomorrow, Jones is expected to get a $1 million settlement check from New York developer Abe Hirschfeld. Then Jones must try to strike a deal with the president. If she doesn't, she has to return the money.
The shuttle Discovery mission with John Glenn on board is going as well as expected. And tonight the crew held its first news conference from space.
I know there's been a lot of personal attention on this flight, but the only reason we do these flights is for the science that benefits everybody right there in their own homes.
Earlier today in Space Tab, the lab where the astronauts work was fully activated. They released the small Navy telecommunications satellite.
The rain, and there was lots of it, didn't slow down some Valley golfers today who raised a lot of money for a good cause. The 5th annual Wendy's Wednesday's Child Golf Tournament was held at Raven Golf Club. And thanks to my 3 partners, Lou, Jeff, and Greg, we were in the hunt, or at least we thought we were, for the top spot. They probably did much better after I left to go do the news.
And we heard earlier that you were blaming it on the weather out there.
Oh, of course. It was
rain.
fault. Complete rundown of Halloween fun, just a phone call away.
Grab a pen and we'll have the numbers for you. Plus, one of our Attorney General candidates is being watched by security guards tonight. We'll tell you why.
And some state fairgoers go wild and show us how to trick or treat with style.
Coming up in sports, we'll hear from the Devils preparing for their own Halloween havoc. And the Coyotes' conference opponents were working the gloves tonight on Frozen Pond on Devil's Night. Next. But first, a look at the forecast with the great pumpkin himself. Hey, Steen. And the Wolfman is well. Oh, yeah. Dear God, what happened to you?
This is what happens when I don't shave, or it's at least my dream of a teenage hormonal experiment. Hi, everybody, live from the Arizona State Fair. We're 2 hours away from All Hallows Eve. Woo! Let's take a look at the almanac page for today. We got the rain. We'll tell you how much. There's your weekend outlook. 74 tomorrow, Sunday 79. We'll have all the hairy weather details coming up.
You're watching 12 News. winner of 11 1998 Rocky Mountain Emmy Awards for Outstanding Achievement in Television News. Jeep Cherokee.
That's country western singer Toby Keith. He was tonight's main stage performer in the 12 News concert series of the State Fair. And if you have plans to go to the fair this weekend, tomorrow night you can see Chris Isaac, and on Sunday it's Winona. Great song.
I'll tell you, you spend enough time at the State Fair eating that food, and strange things do happen to you. Is that right?
Ken, how about this? Is this another great job?
You look great.
Thank you. It's my third year. Shannon Camp, a makeup artist over there at Glendale Community College. He's been doing my face for 3 years. He started when he was just a little kid, like 8 years old. He started making up his friends and everything. He's going to be in Hollywood someday. What do you think, Janine?
Maybe we should have him here every night. We could have.
I think he probably should have worked on your hands. I mean, those look like your normal hands.
When I eat that gelatin, right? I never clip my fingernails.
You look good.
That does look good.
Thank you. It's like a Michael J. Fox. At least I got his height anyway. Hey, I wasn't the only one that was getting all dressed up, getting in the Halloween spirit out here at the State Fair. Take a look at some of the video that we shot earlier tonight. The 4-H kids are encouraged to dress up their animals as well as themselves. And take a look. Kids, young and old, taking part in some great Arizona State Fair activities, of course, just now less than 2 hours away from All Hallows Eve. Look at that. That cow's never looked better. Let's take a look outside and show you what we've got going on for tonight. We ended up with a high today of only about 72, 58 right now, 57 degrees downtown, winds calm, 83% humidity, dew point at 53 degrees and a rising barometer from last hour. How much rain did we receive? Well, at Sky Harbor it was 0.36, but get this, in the last 3 hours to southwest of Wickenburg, they've had 1.77 inches in automated rain gauge. You can see it's an upper level low. It's going to be down by Tucson by tomorrow morning. We should get rid of the showers through midnight tonight for us. There could be some scattered showers in the eastern valley tomorrow morning, but right now, statewide radar indicating most of the precipitation up in Apache and Navajo counties. Now, it is snowing up there. It's not showing up on the radar. Above 7,500 feet, there's a snow advisory. They're expecting 1 to 3 inches possible over in the White Mountains. Let's take a look at the highs for today throughout the state. Check them out. For the high country, down to 60 in Sedona, 42 in Flagstaff, 45 at the South Rim, about 78 down in Coolidge, and 79 in Gila Bend. Their overnight low, or actually the current temperature right now, 59 in Gila Bend. It's right on the freeze mark for Flagstaff, so that's why it's kind of tough for the snow to show up on radar. Elsewhere across the United States, remember our old system, it's still hanging out in the south central plains, but take a look at the highs for today. Brand new records throughout Mississippi. Look at Atlanta, 83 degrees. That's a brand new record for this time of year. Alrighty, let's break down your Halloween forecast for tonight. Rain ending by midnight, at least for the valley. Eastern portion could have some sprinkles in the morning, 54 degrees. Tomorrow's high, clearing in the afternoon, 74. And here's your statewide forecast. A little unsettled still in the eastern part of the high country, partly cloudy along the rim. Cool in the south central deserts. And there's your weekend outlook. Sunday looking real nice, 79 degrees. And a little bit cloudy. Possibility of more rain and snow up north on Monday with a high of 76. Once again, happy Halloween. My thanks to Shannon Camp. Did such a great job.
You know, see, maybe you have a future with Saturday Night Live because you kind of look like a darker version of Goat Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I could do like a Return to the 8 movie.
Yeah, you could do that.
You know?
Give it a try.
Howl.
Thanks, Dean.
Thanks, Dean.
And if you're looking for some fun things to do on Halloween besides the fair, this state Halloween website has a complete list along with safety tips. The website address to get this information is www.cirs.org. If you don't have a computer, you can call the Community Information and Referral Hotline at 263-8856 or 1-800-352-3792 outside Maricopa County. If you don't have a pen, use chalk. You'll have those numbers again in a couple of minutes.
Or just scratch them into the table.
Yeah.
And, you know, along with that wild man scene out there, there's an awful lot going on out there, and I don't know if this is a safe thing to do, but tonight at the fair, there was a Spam cook-off contest. Taste testing and all. Details still ahead.
First, our campaign ads by Attorney General candidate Janet Napolitano. Fact or fiction? 12 News puts one through the test.
Later on in
the website address is www.cirs.org. The phone number 263-8856 or 1-800-352-3792 outside Maricopa County. A candidate for Attorney General is going to have some extra security this weekend after threats against her. A Phoenix man mailed a letter to the New York Times threatening to kill Janet Napolitano's children. But it's strange, she does not have any children. The U.S. Marshal's Office contacted Napolitano and warned her. They're concerned because the man has made threats before and has shot someone before.
In these last few days before the election, 12 News continues to sift through the political campaign ads. We call it Truth Watch. Tonight, Tracy Hutchins looks at one of Janet Napolitano's ads for Attorney General.
Attorney General. She's responsible for prosecuting more child abusers than any federal prosecutor in the country.
That's true. In 1996, Napolitano was responsible for prosecuting 18% of all of the federal child abuse cases, and that's more than any other federal prosecutor. But the ad is incomplete. The U.S. Attorney has no jurisdiction over child abusers anywhere in our state except on Indian reservations. And Arizona has more Indian communities than almost anywhere in the country except New Mexico, Oklahoma, and the Dakotas. Even in some of those states, the reservations aren't entirely under federal jurisdiction, like they are here in Arizona. Because of that, Napolitano's office has prosecuted more child abusers than anywhere else.
After seeing so many kids hurt, we're glad someone is doing something about it. That's why firefighters and police have endorsed Janet Napolitano for Attorney General.
That's true. Both the police and firefighters unions endorsed Napolitano. Together, they represent more than half of all the firefighters and police officers in Arizona. Tracy Hutchins, 12 News.
Janet Napolitano faces Republican Tom McGovern in the Attorney General's race, and of course that election is next Tuesday, November 3rd.
Well, how nice is it to see Keith Tkachuk getting into the action this early in the NHL season? He looks as happy as a grade schooler on recess, and why not? The Coyotes are 2-1-1 on the road trip and finish off in L.A. on Sunday. Duck Stars getting a little physical. Don't pull my hair, Lisa. A little bit of a cat fight. Pat Verbeek snags this errant pass, and Joey Nieuwendyk would wrist it past D.A. Bear for his 400th career goal. There was some good net play on the defense. Roman Turek actually gets a little lucky as it hits off the top of the crossbar. Just fall on it, dude. He does. This one ends in a 3-all tie. Other scores around the NHL, the Sabres break out of their scoring drought with a win by a final 4-1. Richter gets his second straight shutout. Check this out. Rookie Mark Parrish gets 4 goals in Florida's 7-3 romp over Chicago. Other scores around the NHL, it was Washington and Calgary skating to a no score right now, and Vancouver and Pittsburgh. That one ended up in a tie as well. Well, yesterday, Vijay Singh was stellar, carving a tour championship record 63 in his opening round, but nobody's ever won a championship on Thursday. The Valley's Tom Lehman scoring pretty good today with a 70, staying just 4 strokes back to the leader. Check out that touch, nestling it up to the cup. Vijay Singh, though, was the guy to beat. After views from the bunker and the rough, Singh dropped this birdie on 16. The only birdie this particular hole gave up today. He finished today beating the course at a 70. He's at 7 under. Vijay carries a 2-stroke lead over Jimmy Furyk into the final weekend of the PGA season.
So his first...
While the real awards are not yet in, the players voted amongst themselves tonight. Mark McGwire was chosen the Player of the Year by his peers. McGuire's home run rival Sammy Sosa was also named the Outstanding Player of the Year in the National League. Those again the Players' Choice Awards. One Diamondback was up for an award. Like a merit badge. Travis Lee, however, the rookie first baseman was not selected as the Rookie of the Year in the National League. That award went to Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood. More sports yet to come, including the Devils preparing for their Halloween tilt against Washington State. On a night when good battles evil, you're watching 12 Sports.
8:35 at your friendly Dodge dealer.
Well, historically, the night before Halloween has been known as Devil's Night. The Sun Devils are hoping that it carries over at least for one more day. Tomorrow, Halloween Havoc, football style, hits Pullman up on the Palouse. The Devils travel to Washington State on a night where terror reigns and nightmares come true. On Halloween, only the fearless survive on this night of fright.
It's a big game, so it's something that I want to get through real quick, so I got to get up for it. It'll be my son's first Halloween, so I'm trying to get the game over with as quick as possible and get back home.
Being named Fright Night, we're expecting number 13 to make some big plays tomorrow.
I would hope so. Yeah. Well, if you can make Spam taste good, you're a pretty good cook.
How about a little Oyster Rockefeller, an oyster dish made with Spam or even Spam soup? Those are some of the entrees in the National Best Spam competition at the State Fair tonight. And by the number of entrees here, it looks like there are plenty of people who have recipes to highlight that special taste of Spam.
Bon appetit. Have a good weekend.
Happy Halloween. Friday Night Fever is next.